Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. And now that is out the way, I will not act like I'm on AM fucking radio. What the fuck's the deal, all of you ugly motherfuckers? What's poppin'? I'm here with you. We here together. We gonna make this shit pop. Lindsay, what the fuck is going on, my dog?
Like, what will be a breaking point for you where you just like, you know what, I'm out?
Yeah, so I was about to say this is where we ask the audience.
Yeah.
So
you already
said cheating, right?
Yeah. Cheating.
Okay.
So
Anybody
you're not giving a pass or nothing like that.
There ain't no way.
That's no way.
Do it once and do it twice. There ain't no way. You lose respect to yourself.
So it's like if it's just cheating for her, like, so is it cheating for you the same way too? Yeah. So like if you cheat, do you feel like I need to leave this relationship?
If I would ever cheat, I would leave you first.
You would oh, you such a gentleman.
I do what I do.
You such a gentleman. That shit don't happen in real life, but you such a gentleman. Anything else?
In the moment.
In the moment.
That's different. I wouldn't be in the moment.
So you wouldn't put yourself in the moment. I got you.
Yeah. Like, make it make sense. Like, cause what's the moment?
When I decide it's the moment, it's the moment.
Oh, okay.
If I never say to myself, like, I should probably get out of here.
So like, do the whole time you just like, oh no, this cool. This ain't. We just chilling. She just want to rub my back. That's cool. Ain't nobody tripping. It's like, oh, okay, okay, ooh, all right, you ain't gotta kiss my neck. That's okay. Cool. This is not the moment yet.
Not yet.
It's not the moment yet.
I didn't do it.
So it's like, now my pants is down. This is.
If she pulls them down.
Oh, this ain't the moment. This ain't the moment. This ain't the moment.
She did it.
This ain't the moment. So when is the moment? When you're done, you're like, oh, yeah, this is the moment.
Just said, bro. I'm like, oh. I was supposed to go to the store. I was gone for 2 hours.
I had to go get my bro,
that's
right?
The moment, yep.
That's the moment.
That's the moment.
Okay, so that's your.
What you
so this is cheating for you. Like, if she cheats, oh hell no. But like, I just had to wait on the moment. Like, no. That's like the moment. That wasn't the moment. No, she sucked my d. I didn't ask for it.
I don't say the words.
It's like, no. I didn't know. You know when I feel something wrong, baby, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. When she was like, I was like, maybe it's time for me.
Ain't no restaurateur gonna run up on Keith Lee. Let's just end that shit right there. Y'all talk a lot of shit, but y'all not about to run up on. Ain't nobody about to run up on him, slap no food out of his face, and tell him, bitch, what? Like, that's just not gonna happen to you in no way, shape, possible.
So Saucy Santana got in on it. He pretty much was like, tag me in. And he snapped on DJ Akademiks and told him to pull up. He was like, go to my page. We got all kinds of bookings. We outside. Come pull up at one of the bookings, and I'll beat your motherfucking
ass. Saucy Santana just doesn't look like the homosexual man that you gonna hit, and he looks like that dude off of Low Down Dirty Shame. He ain't about to grab his face and be like, "Oh, Bernard,
him, you slut." Bernard.
He about to beat the dog shit out of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm laughing because it's gonna be so funny because you're gonna see a dude massively beating the shit out of a man with an open fist, and you gonna hear bitch.
What's the deal? How is everybody doing? Y'all know who this is. This is Lily. This is the black smoking, joint toting, bad MO that you see in front of you. Excuse me, I just burped. Getting all of the things clean out of my system while drinking beer and doing whatever I want to do. So that's kind of productive, but whatever. I am with Lindsay, the co-host of the show, also the lady that pushes the bells and the whistle, also the lady that curates everything and gets us what we need to talk about when we talk ish. She is an amazing, phenomenal lady. Without her, it would not be no me. So I always want to tell y'all to give a full-fledged round of applause for my cousin, my co-host, and my all-around big time boss, Lindsay.
Hello. How's it going?
And again, this is the issue we talk. We got the pleasantries out the way. You know, we do that in the intro, but I always want to give a shout out to Twitch because you guys were amazing with all of the shenanigans and the disgruntled things that y'all say to each other. Also, I want to give a big shout out to TikTok. Me jumping on TikTok, I've been able to get a good following for the podcast, and I want y'all to continue to get in there and comment, jump in, listen, be very vocal, go live with us. We're going to be there with you. We love every bit of it. But
yes, and also we added one today. Instagram. Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Shout out to Instagram. Keep on popping. Listen, I love y'all. And I hope y'all love us. So let's get it popping. Lindsay, how's your health? How's your wealth? What is going on with you, my dog?
I'm well, you know, just out here living the life. How about yourself?
I'm living my life like it's golden. I've had a tumultuous week, but I got through it. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm breathing, and I'm able to give y'all this podcast. So it was well worth it, and I appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it was a very long week, but here we are. We lived through it. Thank you, Jesus.
We live.
Yeah. So, first off, we want to send our condolences to the families that lost their loved ones on that plane crash that happened earlier this week in Washington, D.C. It was American Airlines flight that was coming from Wichita going into D.C. and got hit by a helicopter during a training exercise at night. So, and then, it got hit. They went into the Potomac River, and unfortunately, they turned the rescue mission into a recovery mission. So, yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So we do definitely want to send our condolences to those families. Did you have any thoughts about that?
No, it was very tragic. The things that were conspired and happened to it, it was miscommunication. The black box on the plane stopped working. I don't know. I want to put my conspiracy hat on, but because they ran into a Black Hawk. And so it's a bunch of things that I can say, but I want to get to the meat and potatoes of it before I actually start saying stuff, because I don't want to just start saying stuff out my butt and it, it doesn't be true. But from my aspect of what it looked like and the area they were in, it just kind of looked fishy, and we'll figure that out. But even mentioning that, I do want to give a shout out to Philadelphia, and I hope that the families are taken care of and everybody is okay, because right after that we just had a plane crash right in the middle of Philly. like right by the mall.
What?
Hmm?
This is my first time hearing about it. What's going
Yeah,
on?
it literally happened 24 hours ago.
Wow.
People have footage of it from like from their cameras on their homes, cameras on cars, things. It just came down, and they're trying to work through that right now. Trying to figure out what happened in that situation. We're seeing some things when it comes to these planes. It started a couple of years ago, you know. Not I don't know. I won't say a couple of years ago, but I'll say when the doors start flying off of planes, they're really not doing their due diligence when it comes to y'all traveling abroad on in the air. And I hope this is a wake up call to airlines and just our communications part of the USA to make sure that we are really paying attention to what's going on, because that was crazy. Like I was researching what was going on with the plane crash, plane crash with the helicopter, and then boom, I seen this because it was like breaking news, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on with these planes?
Yeah.
Because that has a lot to do. That has a lot to do with a failure in taking care of the dynamics of what it takes to really make this motherfucker run smoothly. But again, I got to get more information into it. I don't want to get on my conspiracy hat, and then all of a sudden everybody looks at me like I'm some weird Yahoo crazy person. Just be like, oh, they're just doing this because of this, and they're trying to set up this. Because I really want to say some stuff, but I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's a good idea to reframe from saying conspiracy theories and stuff like this, because at the end of the day, conspiracy theory or not, people have lost their lives, and people are finding out that their loved ones are gone. So I feel like it's a bit insensitive for people to start throwing stuff out there when you're looking at it in the totality of it all. Like, people are in mourning right now.
Yeah.
And if I lost someone this type of way, I don't want to hear your conspiracy theory.
Exactly. I get that 100%. Even if I'm 100% correct, I want to do more research and due diligence on it. Because
it's a grace period. It's a grace period that people don't follow.
The powers that be are blaming it on one area, and I'm not and that's one of the things that I can deep dive into, but I'm not. What I will say is it's just the proper maintenance and communications of these flights is shown that it's in jeopardy, and it has nothing to do with diversity. It has everything to do with shortcutting.
Yeah. That is some bullshit that they're trying to spin it to make it that. And it's like, what? Again, if I lost somebody tragically like that, I don't want to hear no spin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the election's over. You got the fucking job. Shut up. Like, just shut up. You know? You already put in the executive order. Just shut up. Like, we get it. You don't like diversity. But you ain't gotta keep, horning in on something that has nothing to do with nothing at the end of the day. It's so fucking stupid. Shut up. Just shut up.
It's irrelevant to the situation.
It really is.
The situation is a tragic loss for everybody, from the passengers to actually the 3 individuals that was in the Black Hawk. and the pilots that were actually flying that plane. It was it's a tragedy, not only to them and also the passengers, because this shows negligence on how everybody is communicating with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, it does. But you know, we live in a day and age where just people just don't have any sensitivity, you know, and I just feel like there's a grace period. There was a video when I first saw what was going on was on Twitter, and there was a video from a reporter that was interviewing this man who was at the airport waiting on his wife, and he said that the last text he got from his wife said, "We'll be landing in 20 minutes," and he's what he had showed. They asked if they could see his messages, so he showed them his messages, and he was saying that these messages didn't go through because he had an iPhone or whatever. So he was showing how his messages after that message didn't go through, and he was just like, "I'm just pretty much waiting for somebody to pull her out the river." And it was like, damn, for him, for it to have been so fresh and for him to have been so calm to actually give an interview, that was commendable in itself. But it was so many people in the comments like, get out of his face. You know what I'm saying? And like, how insensitive are you to ask? Why would you ask him to see his text message? Yeah, well, they're reporters. That's what they're gonna do. But
Yeah, I mean, call it what you want, man. They still have a job to do.
yeah,
And I hate to say it, but even though they know that, you know what I'm saying, it's a bad situation, they still have to give you, they still have to give you that break in coverage.
mm-hmm.
That's just what they get paid to do.
Yeah,
Does it suck? Yeah. Do they think it suck? 100%. They probably do. Nobody want to bother nobody in no situation like this. But
yeah,
in order to keep people aware of the now, they have to be there.
yeah, yeah. And they kind of humanize it because I mean, you hear plane crash, people died, but to actually see somebody that was there at the airport thinking that this is just a routine plane landing and for it to go left that quickly and they're still waiting, having hope and praying for their loved one to be okay, that humanizes it. And at the end of the day, that man could have refused to have the interview, you know. But
But it's as a person that's been through loss, and I'm pretty sure everybody just listening to this podcast has been through loss. Those first couple of hours is almost unreal. It's
oh
almost
yeah,
unreal. Like
it's kind of like an outer body experience.
yeah, you don't know what's going on. You at that moment, yeah, you will talk. You have some people that are just super emotional and a breakdown right at that moment, and then you have other people like myself that tries their best to like calculate what's happening right now. And so it's no emotion there. It's almost like dead space.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ask me something, you're gonna get an answer, but it's gonna be, you're gonna look at me like I don't have emotions. And the thing is, I 100% do. I just I'm so much computing at this time.
Yeah.
That everything is, you know what I'm saying? Everything is just gonna be almost just like, I guess mechanical when I talk to you, because I have to compute what just happened to me.
Right. Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. And then it doesn't help when people try to criticize the way that you mourn. Like everybody mourns differently. Everybody handles, you know, the news differently. So it's messed up when people try to criticize. Oh, because like you get people that
if somebody's missing, they'll do a press conference and they'll get on TV, and you don't know if they broke down 5 minutes before or 5 minutes after it was over. You just know that they held it together and they talked clean and normal on TV, and then you criticize them for doing that because you think that they're supposed to be the whole time, and it's like, no, you're not getting the point across if you're doing that. Then if you do that too much, then it's performative and people think you're playing it up. So it's like you can never win with people. You can never win with people, and it's sad that we're at this point. And I get why we're at this point, because people do be faking.
People
You know what I'm saying? And people will do a whole press conference and be the killer, i.e. Lacey Peterson. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I get why we're here. It's just sad and unfortunate that we are.
It's rest in peace to everybody that lost their life in both of those tragedies. With the situation that happened a couple of days ago and the situation that just happened with Philly. It just shows us, man, that at this point, and like the old saying of how can I say this with so the audience will understand where I'm trying to go with this. At one point, you have to start cleaning up your own backyard. This is letting you know right now that we're gonna have to start cleaning up our own backyard, because as much as what was going on with social media and the powers that be trying to blame it on DEI, not explain what just happened in Philly. Explain that, because I'm pretty sure you can't put DEI in that. And the only reason why I say that is because, especially when it comes to airplane maintenance and all that, getting a part of a union and doing all these things, it's a chosen few to get there. They ain't got nothing to do with DEI. It has everything to do with your competence and ability. And if you are not doing that, then that says the president for you. So that again, let me be quiet, because I was about to deep dive into that now. But I'm just saying, this negates everything that the powers that be was just trying to communicate about.
Yeah. But they're gonna figure out some type of way to spin it.
They're gonna try to spin it.
I'm just over
it. If you are a well-aware person and you know about how certain things work, especially when it comes to things because I ain't talking about just getting a job at an airport. I'm talking about actual getting in a union and working these systems and being someone that actually helps build planes and communications on planes. That's a chosen few, and a lot of them don't look like me.
Right.
So, but a lot of them look like the ones that are complaining about canceling DEI. And a lot of those women, excuse me, I said it out loud. I'm sorry. A lot of those, their hue happens to not look like me or yours either. But again, because I don't want to do that, I really do want to say, rest in peace to the people that lost their lives. Blessings up to their families. The only thing that I can say in that is you will get a chance to see them again in the afterlife, and just tell them how much you missed them.
Right. Absolutely. So that is that. Let's move on to some lighter news. We have a situation that's turned into a lawsuit going on. There is a rapper that is plus size. Lord, I can't think of her name right now to save my life. Is it something Moss?
Let me look it up.
Yeah, something Moss. But This young lady is a plus size rapper. She's not just stereotypical plus size. She is plus size. And
Dank
so,
Damas.
what's her name?
Dank Damas. I hope I'm
Dank
saying
Damas.
that right.
Okay. So this young lady, which I have seen her before prior to this incident, she's talented. I give her that. She's talented. But she ordered a Lyft, a regular Lyft. And when she went outside to get into the Lyft, the driver saw her and said, "No bueno." He said she was too big to get into his car. Now, I want to say that he had a Mercedes E-Class. I'm not too familiar with the classes on the Mercedes, but he had a smaller one. Let's just say he had a smaller Mercedes, and he said that she couldn't fit. And he gave her the excuse of his tires. And he also said, you should probably get an Uber XL. She recorded the back and forth, and she was just like, my best friend has a car like this and I can get into her car. And so he just kept saying like, no. And she was like, well, I already paid. He was like, well, I'll have them refund your money, but you can't get in my car, ma'am. So, I want to say she's out of Detroit.
Yep.
And in Michigan, apparently, this falls under the discrimination laws. So she has attorneys that are representing her, and they are saying that they are going to sue Lyft. Now, with this being a ride share service where you use your own car, I don't know how far that's going to go, because it's my car. I can refuse service if I want to. So I don't know how this is going to pan out. So it's going to be an interesting case nonetheless, because there's a lot of people that do, Uber, Lyft, and then, Uber Eats and Postmates and DoorDash. Like, if I'm doing DoorDash and I find out that your place is in an area that I don't frequent and I refuse to frequent, after I picked up your order, can I cancel? Because I'm not going to that part of town. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm a contractor. I don't necessarily work for the company because I'm a contractor.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be an interesting case to watch. What are your thoughts on this?
Okay, let me. I'm gonna put my timer up because I'm gonna time myself. All right. So the one thing I will say is this: I am 100% in agreement with that Lyft driver doing exactly what he did. He didn't disrespect her. He kept it totally 100. Listen, he has a job to do. Excuse me. Yes, 100% he has a job to do. But as being an independent contractor, he has every right to refuse someone for anything that is going to be in grievance of what he does. This, because, okay, we keep saying plus size, and I get it. We can do that.
She's not. I mean,
this bitch is big as a motherfucker. Listen, y'all.
Right?
This bitch is huge. This bitch has a stomach on top of a stomach. Like, let's not, like, I'm not downplaying, because she could be the greatest rapper that in the world. Like, I'm never
and she's pretty.
denying her ability, because they keep on saying Detroit rapper like that means something. This bitch has not only she has cankles, she has an ass on both sides. Like literally an ass on both sides. If I have a car that is low sitting, that bitch ain't getting. If you get in your friend's car, that's fine. If your friend don't give a fuck about her suspension, but this is my fucking money maker, so I do.
And that's another thing, you know. When you're a contractor for these types of apps, everything falls on you. You know what I'm saying? Like the maintenance of the car falls on you. You don't get no extra money to get oil changes or what have you, get new tires or whatnot. Like you don't get extra money for that. You don't get money to depreciate your car. So I feel like a contractor has the right to refuse. Now it's a slippery slope because if you get the refusing me because I'm black, then you know we're gonna have a problem. But excuse me, when it comes to like a person's skin color can't fuck up your car.
No, that has
You know what I'm
nothing to do with
saying?
it.
But a person's weight, yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Don't time step this. 31 and 31 seconds.
All right.
And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this with pride. Do not ever in your life, ladies and gentlemen, have a Toyota Corolla budget when you are an Escalade fucking size. Just doesn't fit the program. Just doesn't fit the program. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say what it is. And it's no disrespect to that lady, because whatever your choice is your choice. But then understand my choice is my choice as well. I'm not putting you in this luxury vehicle that is going to scrape and drag when you put well over 300 pounds in my shit.
But it ain't even got to be no fucking luxury vehicle. It could have been a Corolla. I'm not putting you in that motherfucker. Like, let's just be real. Let's just be real about the shit. Like, quit trying to sugarcoat the shit. Quit trying to say that people are body shaming. Quit trying to do all that. Like, let's just be real. I'm not doing it. I'm not mad at him for not doing it.
Bitch, you got like, ultimate prices. You have ultimate prices with a goddamn Hummer size.
Yeah, like
you was better off calling me, bitch.
And that's the thing. That's the thing, because you know how big you are. Now you can be 1000% comfortable in your skin, and ain't nobody saying that you shouldn't be. Which, I mean, the girl could barely talk, so I feel like she need to shed a pound or two.
That was another thing that you said it before I did, because I'm like, shit.
Man, but you know, like the person that's picking you up don't know how big you are, but you know how big you are. You've been knowing how big you are. And why don't you gonna spend a couple of extra dollars and get that Uber XL so that you can be comfortable and get some shit that'll actually, you know, be okay for you to ride in. Like, why would you want to do a compact car?
When if your I'm thighs big, have I'm not thighs,
ordering no compact car.
Again, when your thighs have thighs, you don't want to be in that. Like, what are you doing? What do you do? What do you thought you was gonna do? You was gonna lay down in that nigga shit?
You're not gonna be comfortable at all. Even if he were to move that front seat all the way to the front, you're not going to be comfortable. You're gonna be looking like, Lord forgive me. But you're gonna be looking like Humpty Dumpty in that motherfucker, like, for real. Like, let's just keep it one. Let's just keep it one. I am 5'10". I'm not ordering no compact car thinking that I'm gonna be okay in that back seat. Like, if I order a compact car, I know I'm gonna have to fucking maneuver around that motherfucker. Like, I know this. And I'm not gonna get mad at the ride share because I ordered a compact car and I can't fit in that motherfucker. Like, come on, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Hey, man. Again, this woman decided to put 30 pounds of potatoes in a 10-pound bag and got mad. The motherfucker said, hell no. Hell no. No. No, 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 no.
No, 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 no,
No,
no.
no, 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 no. I'll cancel it. I don't need the money. I don't need the money.
I don't. I'm going
No.
home.
You see what I'm
My
pulling
man
up
has
in?
2 jobs. I'm going home.
Yeah. You see what I'm pulling up in? I don't need your little 47 fucking dollars, ho.
Okay. I don't need it at all. Right. Like, no.
Fuck nah. And the way you said you were going to sue me, first of all, who you need to start suing is all the fast food joints in your area.
Within a mile radius.
Because they the ones that got you fucked up. Bitch, you could barely even yell at me. We're not about to do that. You're not about to say you about to get in my car when you like, and I'm a sue. You got, what the, bitch? First of all, calm yourself down before you have a heart attack.
Okay. Let's start there.
Let's do that. And it's a no. It's a good no. Listen, I don't know how Detroit streets are, but I'm gonna tell you out the flip. Kansas City potholes, man, she would have split that goddamn car in two.
Dude, child, especially after the snowstorm we had, it seemed like because whatever they do to fill up the potholes, it's some cheap ass shit. And every time we have a good snowstorm, here come all the potholes again. And they are deep. They are like swimming pool deep.
Well, fuck your whole shit. I'm talking about, I don't know if we getting Temu to fix this shit. This shit is trash. I'm talking about.
If you've ever had to replace a tire because of these fucking potholes, but I have, and it's not fun.
I have too. Have you ever, for my people in the audience that live in the KC Mo area, have you ever had to fucking realign your suspension for a pothole? I have. I hit a pothole so bad, nigga, if I went past 30 miles per hour, my wheel literally jumped off and started doing a Harlem Shake. I said, oh, shit.
Right. Special delivery.
Man.
Special delivery.
Potholes ain't no joke. So not only would I refuse her, I would put her on the do not drive list. The fuck?
Do not. I've been in call Lyft so bad, like, if she don't get the XL, refuse her service immediately. Because this is some bullshit.
First of all, listen, lady, and I love you because I love everybody. But you might as well get a U-Haul truck.
Dude. So when I came across her, it was like a behind the scenes video of a video shoot that she was doing. And she was like in the back of a SUV. Like, not just like your average SUV. She was like in the back of like a Suburban or something like that. So it's like, you know. And then on top of that, like pictures that they've been putting out now and stuff like that, she's getting out of F-150s and all this type of shit. So it's like, again, you know that you are not average. So let's just be real about this shit. Like, you know enough to get the clothes. So why don't you know enough for other shit? Like when you get on a plane, you know you're not gonna fit in no regular seat. So let's just be real. You're not gonna fit in a regular car comfortably, especially in no back seat. Like, ma'am.
You got to order the whole row on airplane. The whole row. Like, ain't nobody. You got the you got the window seat and you got the aisle seat.
And on top of that, she got the seat with no seat in front of you so you can have extra fucking room. Like, we just gotta be real about the situation. Like,
and you think you about to get your rhinoceros ass in the back of my fucking Mercedes Benz with a 4-inch
right,
with a 4-inch difference from the ground?
dude,
Man,
with
no.
low profile tires and shit like that? Absolutely the fuck not. Fuck up my wheels. Bitch, if you don't get the entire fuck out, because I can't do nothing with this when I tell Lyft that I picked up this lady and she fucked my shit up. I can't do nothing with this. I can't get jiggy with this. Like, come on now.
Listen, when I would have
We just
watched
gotta
her,
be real.
when I would have watched this big lady again, because y'all keep saying plus, everybody say it's plus size. When I watched this rhino of a lady walk side to side to my vehicle, I would have automatically pulled the fuck off. I would have automatically pulled the fuck off. That's a no.
Yeah.
That's
no.
a no.
No.
Man, come on. Man.
Like, we not doing this. What are we doing, man?
And you sound like every bit of what Day said that Baby D sounds like.
Right. Snackhead got a new snack coming out. It's a bad motherfucker.
It's a bad. When you bite
every
into
time
it,
you bite into it,
glitter comes out. Like, you sound every bit of that. Hey, come on. First of all, don't stop worrying about Lyft and worry about getting you an oxygen mask.
I'm sure she has a CPAP.
Because, lady, listen,
I'm sure.
Ain't no way in the world. If I'm in a car that is that small, I'm in a compact vehicle, and you gonna literally say you gonna sue me when you're literally a person that can't sleep in a bed properly. Oh, you got me fucked up,
dude.
But you gotta sleep in a lounge seat. Are we making sense here?
Right, you gotta have an adjustable post. Man.
And when I say this, I'm not body shaming anybody. However she wants to be, if she feels like she's beautiful in her own skin, you are beautiful in your own skin, lady. You are phenomenal. But your skin and your personality ain't fitting in whatever the fuck compact vehicle I got. You understand me? Bitch, I don't give a fuck if it's a Kia all the way to a fucking Mercedes. You're not getting in it.
You and your brilliant personality, bitch.
Yeah. Take that shit somewhere else. Take that shit somewhere else. Bitch, if you wanted to get in the front seat, you would have to put that fucking elephant leg across my fucking lap for me to switch fucking gears. Get your ass out, man. The fuck no.
And you talk about you fit in your friend car. I wonder how comfortable that ride was. You know what I'm saying? Because if you fit in your friend's E-Class, I'm sure that gut was hitting the dash all up on the airbags and shit. What if something would have happened?
If you fit in your friend's E-Class, one, your friend weighs less than 98 pounds.
Yeah.
Because two big motherfuckers ain't fitting in no E-Class.
Yeah, and then they said that they pulled the weight limit, and I think they said it was like 1,500. But this is the thing. I'm sure it does carry 1,500, but I'm sure that weight was distributed
exactly
some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't all on one person or all in one place. You know what I mean? So, say for instance, she were to be in the passenger seat, then all that weight would have been on the front passenger tire and the front passenger wheel. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. And I think she weighs like almost 500 pounds.
Yes. Come on, man. She is a great candidate like for my 600-pound life.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Sidebar, I used to be obsessed with that show. And this is so bad. I used to sit up and eat full meals watching that motherfucking
Listen,
show.
Okay. So again, we taking a left.
We are.
We're gonna take a left. But hey, listen, Me and Jasmine. If y'all don't know who Jasmine is the love of my life. She's my baby mother and the lady that's in my life that I love to death.
Right.
We had a routine at one point in our life where we would wake up on Sunday mornings, make breakfast, and watch 600 Pound Life. And we would talk about how disgusted we was and what they eating while we are eating.
Right. Like now you can't eat all them eggs. Damn it, they done ate all the eggs.
They
Like,
ate all the whole 2 fucking cartons of eggs, bitch.
right. And they just fixing it and giving it
Well,
to them.
while I'm sitting up tearing up some Peachtree.
Right. Right. Have a whole fat ass meal from Whataburger. Like, man, they know they wrong. Why they got 2 burgers and 5 things of salad? You know, that's not gonna offset. And you putting all that dressing, it's not gonna offset.
Shout out to Gingers, because we used to hit Gingers up because Gingers, if you never been to Gingers or DoorDash Gingers, they have big fucking meals. We will order big fucking meals and disrespect these people.
Right.
While we're sitting up, like, because I'm not a breakfast eater. Like, I eat what I like. So it'd be fucking 10 in the morning. I got a burger this fucking big, and I'm like, that's some fucked up shit.
Right.
Boy, she knows she shouldn't be eating that.
Right. Have you ever heard of the comedian Justin Whitehead?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I came across him when the R. Kelly when the first R. Kelly documentary came out. But his main claim to fame is that he watches My 600 Pound Life and he commentates on them. But his whole shtick is being pissed off.
Yeah.
So he like his whole comedy routine is just him being pissed off and stuff, but it's funny. So he'll watch My 600 Pound Life and he will be so mad at them people. And it is so funny. Like he has a whole bunch of lives on Facebook. Like anybody that is on Facebook, look him up, Justin Whitehead. And he is hilarious when he watches those 600 Pound Life. Like, and it became such a big deal that he when he goes on his tours or whatever, he'll also book to watch 600 Pound Life live in the show. So you can not only see his comedy routine, but you can come probably like an hour or so early and watch My 600 Pound Life with him while he's just on the mic, just commentating.
And I want him to have like a plethora of wings while he's talking about. And I'm talking about when I say a plethora, I want him to have wings about this tall. And I want him to be like, goddamn, goddamn well, you ain't supposed to be eating that. You gonna eat all that shit, nigga. You made 7 burritos.
Right.
Goddamn son of a bitch. That's why your dick don't look like. Cause I'm
right.
Like,
you got him down pat. You got him down pat because that's exactly what he be on. And then it'd be so funny when they be seeing the cars drive. He be like, yeah. He do it every time.
Jumping back.
Yeah.
Jumping back on the highway. Back on the highway to get back to this lady.
Yes.
Yes. You out of your rabbit ass mind if you believe that anybody is gonna agree with this bullshit. Listen, man, this reminds me of when that lady had a dream that Usher had sex with her, and she believed that she had herpes at the they both in the same hue. Not only are they both in the same hue, they both in the same weight class. Ain't no fucking way I'm putting you in. Ain't no way in the world I'm putting you in a vehicle that sits that low to the ground. Just like ain't no way in the world out of all of the women at the Usher concert, Usher picked a motherfucker that can't breathe for at least 3 hours a night. Like, no fucking way. You're not putting dick in a
Lord.
motherfucker that literally does this. Ain't nobody. Usher ain't fucking that.
Hey,
That nigga from the post office might.
you know,
Usher,
I was seeing some people that was sharing, like, because she a rapper, she got videos and shit all over the place. But I saw somebody shared one of her videos and was like, "Man, I still knock her down."
you know why? Because that probably need a place to stay.
And then
One thing I will say. One thing I will say about big girls.
Yeah.
Big girls gonna have somewhere to be unless they're a big girl who's addicted to something. If you just a big girl, you gonna have a place to stay. Because not only do you work, if you don't work, you know how to work the system.
Yeah.
I know a big girl right now to get child support and disability. The bitch damn near clears $6,000 a month.
Shit. I'm in the wrong business.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I saw another person that shared a video of hers on Facebook, and they was like, "I'm knocked down bigger." So I was like, "Wow." So we just spilling all the tea, but yeah.
And again, I'll take a left, but I will say this: listen, gentlemen, I love y'all to death, but unless this woman is 5'9" and above, stop telling everybody if she got to be 2 something to do something. Because 2 something at 5'2" is fucking a death sentence, man. I'm gonna just keep it 100. As a woman, because you could be a 200-pound man but go to the gym every day, so it explains it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you telling women you got to be 2 something to do something, that means because as soon as you go in, and this is just my opinion, but I believe this. As soon as you start knocking this lady off and being around this lady, you are just doing can live under her and not have to do anything on your own. Me watching 600 Pound Life, every time I see them motherfuckers with an individual, I always be like, oh, because he living good off of her.
Yeah, I think that as well. Or they have a kink. Because not only do I watch 600 Pound Life, but I also watch 1,000 Pound Sisters. And the bigger one, she had a boyfriend at one point that lived in like North Carolina, because they're in Kentucky. And he would come to visit her and stuff. But this was when she was like at her biggest. And he was like feeding her. He was like a feeder. I think that's what they call them, feeders. And he would like go to the store and get her shit to eat and all that kind of stuff. So it was like, you're making things worse. But they have a kink. That's their kink.
Yeah,
is obese. Yeah. Their kink is, and when I tell you he was this, and he was black, but he was this, not that race matters, but still.
Not that race matters, but I will say in that situation, trauma lasts in your DNA. They actually even proved that. So yeah, that's probably because way back in the day, slave master's wife probably was a big ass bitch that was taking Negroes to the and making them fuck, because Master Show wasn't fucking. He was fucking those black ladies.
Yeah. So yeah, it's child, like that's a whole nother rabbit hole for another day.
We ain't gonna do that.
But, no.
Yeah, turn it back around and jump it back on the highway.
Yeah.
Lady. If you get money off of this, I applaud you 100%. But at the same time, I bet you Lyft is gonna change their rules and regulations, because ain't no motherfucking way I'm gonna allow you to get in my vehicle. Listen, we we have to me and Jasmine have to be in the culture of we have 2 vehicles. My vehicle's a big vehicle. Her vehicle's not so big. I would never allow her to put you in that vehicle. And she still has a Jeep. Even with her Jeep, I'm not putting your big ass in her Jeep. Fuck no.
Yeah. And see, my car is probably around the same size as that Mercedes. So, yeah, my car is not an option. Like, if we picking who's gonna drive to the spot, it ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't motherfucking doing it. I'm sorry. Call me what you want, but I ain't doing it.
Y'all gonna stop watching Shaq getting out of little vehicles, and y'all think that's cool because everybody can get in that. Shaq got enough money to pay for that suspension.
Right. I'm about to say, like, and on top of that, Shaq get custom cars. Like, let's just keep it one.
Yeah.
Shaq's been getting custom cars.
Yeah. When you see that nigga in a Lamborghini, that nigga Lamborghini ain't your Lamborghini.
No, it's not. It's not. Like, when I tell you he's been forever getting custom cars, he's been forever getting custom cars. He was showing custom cars back when they was doing MTV Cribs and shit. Like, so yeah, Shaq getting in a car and us getting in a car is two different getting in a car.
Yeah. Y'all better stop thinking because he's on that general insurance that anybody can ride in the vehicle. Right. Nigga, his general insurance is insuring all of the shit that he already paid for to get in this little motherfucker.
And that's even if he got general insurance, because I'm willing to bet money that he ain't even insured by general insurance. And he owned that motherfucker, but I'm sure he don't patronize it.
I'm just saying because when he was advertising how he can get into CTS, I'm like, nigga, that CTS is not everybody's. Ain't nobody CTS going all the way back to the trunk.
No. Right. And his is more or less leg room than anything. We're not talking about the circumference.
Listen,
yeah. So yeah, it would get me because I'm like, ooh, the leg room. Because like even some SUVs, the leg room is not the best for me. You know, like I said, I'm 5'10", you know, but my ass sits in the back seat of my car because of the leg room, you know. But if I had their circumference like old girl got, I would be in a fucking Tahoe or something. Like, I'm not like, let's just keep it one. And it's not body shame or anything like that, because she's a beautiful girl. But we want to just be real about the situation. Like, this is not cool.
Bring awareness. We just bringing awareness. Yeah. You were putting. How can I put this? How I want to put this? Because I want to be disrespectful when I say this. You are literally. I do want to be disrespectful. You are putting. You are putting. Caravan sizes into a VW Bug.
Oh,
it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna fucking happen.
No.
But I drove off so quick. I'm talking about Nick.
Would have refunded everything, ma'am. Here you go.
As soon as I would have felt the ground shaking, I would have pulled the fuck off.
Right, I would. Man, if I would have took that ride, I would have been so pissed. I would have been so pissed. I wouldn't have offered no water or nothing. Bitch, get out.
You're not even getting.
Hurry up.
First of all, you never even getting 2-step foot in my vehicle.
Right.
As soon as
just out of curiosity, I want to see how you gonna maneuver this.
As soon as I see you put your fucking rhinoceros hand on my handle, the door is locked.
Like, I know this bitch come into my car. So she really just ordered this one? Oh no, we can't do this one. No, but like I said, you know, they're independent contractors, and you should have the right to have
refuse.
Whoever. Yeah, you should have the right to have whoever you want in your car. But this is gonna be a definite interesting case, because it's gonna set the precedent if they side with Lyft and then it's gonna be a slippery slope. You know what I mean? So we will definitely be watching. Definitely be watching.
My whole thing, okay, so I will say this, because in real time, I don't like to hurt people's feelings. So what I would have done, I'm not letting her get in my car at all. I'm just she's not getting in my car at all.
Right.
What I would do is automatically call Lyft and let them know it was a mistake that I got here, and because of the passenger and what they're carrying, they need to have a Lyft XL. And I would have told her, like, I'm calling you a bigger vehicle. Now, if you get mad at that, then that's on you. Because I'm gonna make sure you got another vehicle. I would have made sure that another vehicle would have came.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
And that's the only thing I would do for you.
Yeah, that's the best I can do. I ain't mad. Yeah, that's the best.
Excuse me.
Yeah. That's the best I can do for you. So,
good weed.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So, yeah, that's that. So let's move on to DJ Akademiks. So DJ Akademiks is a popular streamer, and yeah, just not a nice person, to be polite about it. Heard his name before. We've talked about him before. He's actually been talked about in the intro. So, yeah, he's not a nice person, but he's a very popular streamer. And he was on a stream with another person and a 15-year-old who is connected to some other guy that streams and also is I think a rapper too. And they're pretty close, and the guy that's the rapper helps out with the 15-year-old financially and whatnot. So he was on this stream with this other guy and the 15-year-old, and they start asking extremely inappropriate questions to the 15-year-old. Sexual questions about, like, would he let the rapper guy do this to him or do that to him and stuff like that. And the 15-year-old was just like, no, I'm 15. I'm not doing any of that. That's grooming. Like, I don't think that you should be having these type of conversations with me, you know? They thought it was funny. They kept on, prying and asking him these stupid ass questions. To the point where this clip went viral. People started calling Akademiks a weirdo. Akademiks got on live and went off. Talking about how he don't need nobody. He's self-made. He don't need to get on nobody's stream to do nothing. This, that, and the third. So he got called even more of a weirdo. And then he came back and pretty much was like, this is a teachable moment for everybody. Still not really taking accountability for what he did.
For everybody? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, but, just pretty much like players fuck up, moving on. This has affected him negatively because he got banned from Twitch. With him getting banned from Twitch, he got a couple of deals ceased after this, and we might be witnessing the downfall of DJ Akademiks. Now, DJ Akademiks, when I say is not a very nice person, he's really not a very nice person. He's a very loud, obnoxious. He says crazy things. He Had his rise to fame by doing the War in Chirac series on YouTube, and a lot of people um, was pissed off about him doing that. For one, he's not from Chicago at all, and he was glorifying the violence that goes on in Chicago with this series and whatnot. So he's been pressed about it a few times. He's very disrespectful to women. He's been on the Fresh and Fit podcast, cussing women out and whatnot. And it, he used to have, like, I first heard about him when he was on Complex's channel, on their show Everyday Struggle with Joe Budden. And that show had a moderator, and they pretty much would throw a topic out there, and then they would spar verbally and whatnot. So, but DJ Akademiks just seems like a person that on that show that just wasn't informed. So he would take a stance, and he would be very uneducated on the stance sometimes. But he just turned into a person that was just like, it was hard to stomach. Once Joe Budden left, I was done. And it wasn't no fault to the other two people that came on to replace Joe Budden. It was just like DJ Akademiks, I couldn't do him no more. So, but yeah, he's very obnoxious. He'll get on his stream for hours and get to yelling and all kinds of stuff and pick fights with people, cape for people. He tried to blame this whole situation on Kendrick fans. But that's because during the Drake versus Kendrick beef, he took Drake's side and was caping for him. So he thinks that everything that's negative that happens to him is because of Kendrick fans. So yeah, not because you're a weirdo trying to talk sexually to a 15-year-old, but because of Kendrick fans. So yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, that's him in a nutshell on my end. What are your thoughts about this situation?
In my Malcolm X voice, we are watching chickens come to roost. The DJ Akademiks has been a deplorable person for a long time, and has been able to get money from the youth with his streaming. And I'm so glad that the youth has realized that this guy has gotten a little bit too big for his britches. Because he should have been, and I'm never gonna say people should be canceled, because I don't believe in cancel culture. But he should have been checked a long fucking time ago. Like, I don't understand. I understand. People walk around with security and all this whole extra, so they feel like they untouchable. But people around you should have slapped the dog shit out of you a long time ago.
100%.
And I'm glad that this happened to you. What I am concerned about is, because you were so Team Drake, you went to Canada and you signed a bunch of niggas to a record label. And I hope that everything that you're going through, you don't try to pull that money back from them guys. That's what I hope doesn't happen. I don't know how much money you got, DJ Akademiks, but I do know that the money that you think you was always going to circulate ain't happening for a long time, for probably the remainder of your living space. Even if you get back to whatever we thought, unquote, your celebrity was, it still ain't gonna be the same money, and you deserve that, because it was some things that you did that was just wilding. It's just wilding how you played games. And for you to say it was Kendrick fans is asinine. Everybody knows you ain't shit. You have really been exploiting children with your streams, because that's who watches you. If you've been doing it for a long time, and now these children are actually seeing how much you exploit them by even asking those weird ass questions on a live to a 15-year-old, or you, sir, or everything that should be destroyed off of the internet, because you were a monster who went through a snowball effect that actually became an avalanche, and you made so much money, and now you are seeing your karma actually happen to you. And I want it to happen to you. And I don't have a dog in the fight, because I don't know you. You never said anything disrespectful to us, but I wish you would say anything disrespectful about the issue we talk if we ever got famous. And I'm not being on no bully shit or none of that, because I'm not doing that. What you are gonna do is say that shit in my face, and I bet you won't. I bet you. I'm talking about. I'll dance all around your security. You know what I'm saying? I bet you won't. You know, because I'm gonna catch you somewhere with some bitches that you paid to be around you, and I'm gonna slap the dog shit out of it.
Just on the string.
Just on, and that's not. And I don't. And I'm saying that like not like I don't like you, because I have no reason not to like you. I don't know you, but it's some things that I just don't feel comfortable with. So if you ever said something off the wall to me, I ain't gonna run up on you in the club, because that's what you think people gonna do. I'm gonna catch you somewhere small, and then I'm gonna knock your shit loose if you don't apologize to me for what you said. Because that's the thing, you've never had nobody actually check you on some shit, because you always have security. But then when you don't have security, it's always you checking a bitch somewhere. It's a weird dynamic. And I'm not security, nor am I a bitch by far. So I would just wait till I catch you in certain sections like that, and you just gonna have to show and prove. And I don't need no cameras, because I'm not trying to put you out there on nothing. But I just want you to show and prove the things you be saying about people, because you talk real greasy, but you do it amongst children.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. Like, right. I think that's what's getting me so much, is because you do it amongst children, and then you try to exploit a child. No disrespect to any teenagers, but I'm 40 plus. That's a child you talking to.
Yeah. And he does it with women too. Like I said, when he was on that podcast cussing that lady out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's mad disrespectful to women, and he's mad disrespectful to kids. Like, this was beyond. And the boy, shout out to him, because he didn't take the bait, and he kept telling y'all, I am 15. I'm not doing none of that stuff.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So even if you didn't know that you were speaking to a child, he told you, I'm a child. So we should be done here at this point. Move on to something else. But no, y'all think that shit is funny because y'all think it's funny because of the fact that you're talking to a child. That shit ain't funny. That shit is not funny. It's not cool. It's not entertaining. Fuck out of here.
Nothing about that in my I always do this with Jasmine, so I'll do it on the podcast. In my sassy voice, ain't nothing about that cute. Nothing.
100.
Baby. If that would have been my cousin, baby.
Right.
You're gonna have to say that in my face, and I promise you, it ain't gonna be what you think it is.
Man.
I just have to. DJ Akademiks, for the most part, I will say this: you have generated an extreme amount of wealth for you, which kudos to you for doing that. At the same time, no one has ever tried to like censor you or tell you what you're not supposed to say, and that's because nobody thought they had to say that to you because you're not that type of person. You only became that type of person when someone told you you were famous. I remember where you came from. You're a humble guy. Always been humble. You might have been mad because you couldn't be like everybody else, but you always been humble. And this is what happens when humbleness fades out.
Yeah. And you know what, to your point, because you're 100% correct with that assessment. And to your point, I can probably pinpoint the turn because I used to listen to a lot of podcasts. One of them used to be The Brilliant Idiots. He did an episode where he was the guest on The Brilliant Idiots, and Charlamagne told him some advice. And it sounds like he really listened to Charlamagne, and that's when he made that turn. Because I started seeing the turn on Everyday Struggle after that episode. So it was like, okay, you're trying to be the Charlamagne now. And it's like he took that and he went completely left with it. And yeah.
Even Charlamagne had to change being Charlamagne.
Right.
I can get him giving you that advice, but then you have to, when he gives you that advice, you have to look at him and be like, yeah, but that ain't even you no more.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like, if you went on a 6-month run being just an asshole just to get views, cool. But you got to go back to who you are. Because truth be told, you put you and anybody else that you talk about in the bathroom, and it's going to be crazy. You put a Kendrick fan in the bathroom with you with no security because you like, ain't nobody looking at my dick with a piss. And you go in there with a Kendrick fan, and I promise you, by the time you step out, you're going to have a whole nother outlook on what life is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to just keep it 100. For anybody that you talk, because you talk greasy to a lot of people. And the first thing you say is security. And then you talk this, you know what I'm saying, this Jamaican shit like Jamaican niggas fuck with you.
That's another thing. They don't.
You know what I'm saying? You do that shit like you really think you a rude boy. As a nigga that know Jamaican and Haitians, they don't fuck with niggas your kind. First of all, you talk too goddamn much. They don't fuck with your kind. So you not really about that shit. So if you put somebody in a scenario with you, with the shit that you talking, it's going to get you like my mama used to say. See, what happened was your brain then moved all the way down to your ass, and it's on me to push that motherfucker back. You know what I'm saying? That's the game my mama used right before she put her foot in my ass.
Right.
And it was well deserved.
Right.
I'm never gonna be like, no, my mama abused. No, it was well deserved. I was acting up. But you know what I'm saying? That's what somebody needs to tell you. Somebody needs to look you dead in the face and say, see, what had happened is your brain then moved all the way down to your ass. And it's on me to push that motherfucker back where it is.
Right. So, and I'm gonna do my best.
I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it done. And I'll listen. If you sue me, and I'm not saying me in general, I'm just saying if you sue anybody for that, I bet you they're gonna do it with a smile on their face, because you deserve it. Like it's the greasy way you talk about people. And
absolutely.
This was the icing on the cake. Like everybody was looking to like, why are we still fucking with this nigga? All the grown folks was. The grown folks was like, why motherfuckers still fucking with this nigga? How this nigga is? He disrespect bitches. He don't like rappers. Well, like motherfuckers really. I was like, what can we do? And he did it to himself.
Yeah. That's how you need it. That's how we need it. That's how we need it. You know, ain't no better vengeance. Ain't no better vengeance giver than, the atmosphere. Lord, Jehovah, Allah, whoever you believe in. You know what I'm saying? I had this conversation with a coworker the other day, and it's like, as much as you want to do it, you gotta sit back and let God handle it. Because God has a sense, yeah, God has a sense of humor, and the irony will not be lost on me. And whatever I could have done, God said, I'm gonna do it.
God was telling his most loyal and devoted worshipers to sacrifice their kids. Listen, I love God. I'm saying that tells you off the flip. He was gonna let that man kick his own chair away.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, no. Because everybody like, come on, God. They praying. Calm down, my child. He gonna do it to himself.
Yeah.
Let him do it to himself. And he
Let
did
him
it
do
to
it to
himself.
himself. He did it to himself.
And you can say whatever you can want. You want to say, DJ Akademiks, just because that's what free speech is. But at the same time, you can say everything you want to say. You have to realize that certain things that you want to say is not going to be on par with everybody.
Right. And that's true.
Just be now again, it's free speech, so you can say that shit. It's people that get on the internet and say some weird stuff. And they talk about, you know what I'm saying, PDF files and how good they are and how SA individuals ask for it. Like, yeah, it is people that get on the interwebs and say crazy stuff. So you have every right to say what you want to say. At the same time, it's always gonna bite you in the ass. It just, that's inevitable.
Yeah.
Inevitable. If we go viral tomorrow, it is, and everybody just starts streaming and listening to everything that we said from podcast to podcast. You think ain't nobody gonna say some shit to us about some shit that I didn't say it? I ain't even gonna say that Lindsay didn't say some shit that I didn't say. I've said this before plenty of times online. I remember one time that I got way too high and way too drunk, and I called E40's son MF Doom just because I was high. I was saying he wears a mask like MF Doom, but I'm so high I said MF Doom. That's MF Doom. You know how many people gonna be like, hey man, you wrong as a motherfucker. And I know I was. I know I was. I was just high. And I wanted to say he wears a mask like him, but I just totally gave it to him.
Yeah. Players fuck up. Players fuck up. But yeah. But that is DJ Akademiks. Hopefully this is gonna be the last time we talk about that motherfucker. Like, I would die a happy woman.
Move to Canada, man. Move to Canada and fake like Jamaican.
Yeah.
Because that's what you've been doing. You've been hanging out there and you've been talking what is it, patois? You've been doing that out there and been and motherfuckers fuck with you over. Stay over there. Stay over there with your humble ass, because real life you humble. You go over there because that's where you're comfortable at. You ain't doing that to Jamaicans in Detroit.
No.
You ain't gonna do it to the Jamaicans that I know that live in the 60s. They ain't fucking with you, my nigga.
No, nobody's fucking.
Keep it 100. Every Jamaican I know from the 60s, because I know Jamaican and Haitians, real talk. They be like, man, who?
Right.
Man.
Speaking of, so I was on Truth the other day, and is Jamaica G's not a thing no more? Because I didn't see it there no more.
Oh, Jamaica, my man Jamaican G died.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, he died, man. It was a big thing. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? The city went in the morning, man. You live in Blue Springs now, so you he was hurt over that.
I didn't know. Okay.
He died. He went on home, man. Not on no disrespectful. Shout out to Jamaican G. He helped everybody from aspiring artists and poets to just people that just needed a break from their baby mama or baby daddy, or to somebody that was looking to just hook up. Jamaican G's was the spot.
Yeah. I drove past it the other day. I was like, It's not there no more. I mean, it still got the artwork, but the signage ain't there no more. So I was like, okay. Yeah. Moving on. We have brought back the fucked up song of the podcast.
Boom, 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 boom. This fucked up song of the week is sponsored by nobody.
Right. So, what we're gonna do now is going ahead and end our viewing party on TikTok. So TikTok followers, if you want to go on over to YouTube and watch the remainder of the show, please do so. It is youtube.com/the Ish We Talk podcast. But we will see you guys later. Bye. So let's go ahead and stop it. Yeah. All right. So yeah, so our fucked up song of the podcast is brought to you by Mr. Trey Songz himself. And it is off of his album Tremaine, which came out in 2017. And the song is called She's Loving It, or She Loving It. So, yeah. Of course, because of YouTube, I would not be playing the song.
Yeah, man.
But yeah. So, verse 1. She said she didn't want to be loved. I said, why the hell are you here? She said tonight she don't want to be touched. And if that's the truth, why you so near? Oh no. She's kissing on me. She tugging on me. Oh, she wanted. This girl is bad, bad, bad. Of course. She loving it. I know she say that she don't, but she do. She loving it. She let go and her body get loose. She loving it. Oh, you should see the way that she moves. She loving it. She loving it. She said she love it when I get her off. Verse 2. She said that she don't want to be fucked. I said, why the hell you sleeping naked?
Pause. Pause you right there.
Mm-hmm. It's a fair question.
Or now, listen, fellas, say this because I'm in a relationship, so I can say this with all honesty. When a woman feels superiorly comfortable, especially in a home that she helped create, yeah, sometimes she jumps out the shower, she oils her body down, bop, and she lays right in the bed just like that. And she don't want to be fucking touched. She could be tired, the day was long. She don't want to fucking be touched. And I get it. You like the silhouette of your woman, you love your woman, blah, blah, blah. You might go in there like, oh, it's game time. No, my nigga.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a no.
Yeah.
What's gonna get you?
No.
Side note: 100% of what's gonna give you pussy the next day is if you act accordingly. You might get pussy at 3 in the morning, because you didn't act funny. You know what I'm saying? When she was like, "I just want to sit here and watch Night Agent," like she just want to watch a Netflix show. If you like, oh, that's cool, babe, and just rub her on a little bit, give her a kiss, and turn over, you might turn around and give you some pussy after that. She like, oh, okay. What she ain't gonna do is if you act funny and be like, man, fuck that shit. I'm gonna sleep it on the couch. You know who ain't getting no pussy? You.
At all.
You ain't getting shit at all. Because now what you're doing is you were
Causing
telling
friction.
her that her boundaries don't matter.
Yeah. You're
That's what
causing
you're doing.
problems.
When you say, hey man, fuck it, don't touch me. She let you ride on that. But she told you in a calm way and you got mad. Yeah, that's gonna get you that's gonna get you some bad vibes for the next 3 or 4 days. So
yeah.
Just one of those. I just had to pause right there and just say that because that was very vulgar in an R&B song to say she don't want to be fucked. She don't want to, even though she naked, she might not want to be.
Yeah. But to his point, I mean, that is a fair question. Because I don't believe that these people are in a relationship.
Yeah, it's a big difference. Now, if you tell me you coming over my house, you jump in my shower and you jump in my bed butt naked, that's a whole nother scenario.
Yeah, totally.
What do you think was gonna happen?
What were your intentions when you got here? But let's finish the song before we do that. Tony says, "Hey, Ish Talkers, hey, what's going on?" So yeah, she told me she ain't ready. Oh no, but that's shy girl shit, kind of overrated. She's kissing on me. She tugging on me. Oh, she want it. This girl is bad, bad, bad. Got her all on her ass and she's loving it. I know she say that she don't, but she do. She loving it. She let go and her body get loose. She loving it. Oh, you should see. Oh, you should see the way that she moves. She loving it. She loving it. She says she loving when I get her off. Bridge. And even though she says she don't, I know she do. I know she do. And even though those beautiful lips are telling me lies, I know the truth. I know the truth. She loving it. I've been kissing on her body. I know she say that she don't, but she do. She loving it. Hey, hey, hey. She let go and her body get loose. She loving it. Oh, you should see the way that she moves. She loving it. She loving it. She says she loving when I get her off. So yeah, that is She Loving It by Trey Songz. When you listen to this song, what was your initial thoughts?
First time I heard this song, no, well, I won't do that because I don't remember the first time I heard this song, so I'm gonna keep it 100. When I heard this song today, the song is it's a good fucking song.
It's a great song, I know.
It's a fucking great song.
Right.
The song is fucking dope. Like,
right. My favorite part.
I immediately like Spotify the shit out of it.
Right.
Like, yep, just add that. No,
right. Just
add that to my my songs that I'm listening to while I'm in work bored as a motherfucker.
Right. She loving it. Right. Sound like he was watching a McDonald's commercial.
Man.
Like, yep, that's it. That's a hit.
Man.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
Song is slap. Song is fucking slap. Now, in this climate that we live in now, the thing about this song that scares me is the amount of women that has actually been in those situations that didn't want anything to happen would have a problem with this. You know, it's not to be on no darker or trying to like make this morbid. I will say it has been situations where a woman has been comfortable with a man and has done similar things, but didn't want anything. Now, when you get to tugging and rubbing on me, that's a whole different story. But it has been women that thought they were comfortable around a man to be vulnerable like that. And that's taking advantage of her if you force her into that. And we're in a climate where this song could never ride.
No.
This song could never ride.
It's surprising to me that because people be digging and shit like that, and you know that he's not a fan favorite right now. So it's surprising to me that nobody has been like, hey, he got this song in his repertoire. You know what I mean? So not that I want the pitchforks to come out, but but to your point, like this is a dangerous song, especially in this climate. You know, and especially because we deal with a lot of sensitive ass men that can't take no for an answer. You know, rule of thumb, if they tell you no, let it ride.
It's
Let
a
it
no.
ride.
It's a
Yeah,
no.
it's definitely a no. No matter what she doing.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I think that's the reason why I'm unscathed in this whole Me Too movement thing, where nobody can ever say that I tried anything. I've been in situations where a woman have called me over to her facilities in the wee hours of the morning, and I get there and she's in nothing but a robe, but all she wants to do is talk.
Mm-hmm.
And I could have been on some extra shit, but you know what I did? As a man, I let her talk for about an hour. And then as soon as she was like, well, I'm sorry, I got you out this late. What's going on? How you feeling? I immediately just got the fuck up and said, hey, are you good? Do you want to keep talking? And she was like, nah, I just wanted to vent. And I said, oh, okay, bet, I'm about to leave. And she was like, nah, you ain't got to leave. And I was like, nope, I'm about to leave because I already know what type of time she was on. I'm one thing I'm never going to do that Trey was doing is like push the issue. Like, nah, I ain't about to do it. I ain't got no time for that, nigga. That's why they made right a cut and left a cut. I'll just go the fuck home. I'm not about to play that shit. Nor am I gonna be on some situations where motherfuckers be like, he took advantage of me. I had more times when motherfuckers be like, oh, he's scared of pussy, and I ain't that. It never that. Like I don't have to explain anything. But what I will say is this: I grew up with 10 sisters, so I play it accordingly.
Yeah.
And so I don't do that. The same lady that I'm talking about, she got mad because she was like, I can't believe you didn't try to get this pussy. Bitch, you talked about some shit that was non-dick hardening. None of that shit.
You gotta put that on a t-shirt. Non-dick hardening.
Like, talked about some shit that was non-dick hardening. What I'm not about to do is be on some bogus ass MAGA white dude. Say I'm shit. It's 3 a.m. She know what she came here for. Because as much as I always tell people, because I say that all the time, like, man, you know what it was if you came to a man's house at 3 a.m. At the same time, I say this. As a person that has been through this, I know to just get the fuck up out of there.
Yeah.
Get the fuck up out of there.
Bet. That's your best bet.
You know what's going to happen? You're going to fuck the dog shit out this lady, and you're going to give her all that, like, especially even knowing it's like 3 a.m. Wop. You already know how your body works. I don't know how every man works, but like in those times, like your dick just does push-ups. Your dick is hard for nothing. But if you acting funny like that, man, I'm not about to play no games with you. Man, I'm not about to do that, man. Nah. Because what you not gonna do is be like, oh no, he took advantage of me. I was talking to you about my boyfriend, and I didn't think you. Nah. I don't got time to go through that shit.
Right.
No. I'd rather be Mr. I'm scared of pussy than a nigga that took advantage of you.
Yeah, 100%. I would definitely give you that because, like, especially nowadays, you know, if you can't play that no, yes with people. Excuse me. And it's a game that ain't worth playing to turn somebody's no into a yes. Especially somebody that you don't really know like that. You know what I mean? So it's just your best bet. If they tell you no, all right, well, you have a good night. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not, yeah, because it's not worth it.
I'm about to be on my Leonardo DiCaprio in that one meme where you like, he had that big, and he like, boom, boom,
yeah.
Because nigga, even speaking of my life terms, before I was the person that I am now, I even went through a situation where a motherfucker literally told me like, why you leaving? You about to make me lose control. Like, what?
Yeah.
What? Bitch, you been talking 30 minutes about a nigga that you just kicked out. And I'm like, I ain't about to keep talking about I don't even know this man. Like, and I'm not one of them niggas that, you know what I'm saying, that pump fakes, because you know what I'm saying, and tell you how dirty your nigga is so I can get some pussy. I ain't one of them. You sitting up, hey man, I'm about to go.
Yeah, and some people play that game, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, tell me everything about him. Fuck that nigga. Like, but take one more hit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people play that game, and then some women want to play that game as well. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to be in a situation where they can, get with a dude and then blame it on them being vulnerable, caught in the moment, or whatever the case may be. But it low key, that's what they wanted the whole time.
Yeah. I don't play no games like that, man.
Yeah, we don't live in the day and age where you can play that type of game no more. Like, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. If it ain't what you want to do, then it ain't what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Now I get the shot act. No, so don't get me wrong, ladies. I'm not telling y'all what y'all doing is wrong, because I get the shot act like, oh no, I don't. Oh, you just moving too fast, but still leaning over my way. I get that,
and that's
but I don't get the whole.
Talking about.
Yeah, that, you know what I'm saying. The whole once you got one time to say nah, and it's a nah, because after that, you can turn around and say I told him no one time to the police.
Right.
All I got to do is say, yeah, she said no, but she didn't mean no. And I'm going to jail.
And that's the thing. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that turning the no's into yeses. Like, if it's somebody that and and that's y'all thing, then that's one thing. But if it's somebody that you don't know what type of time they on. So why would you even want to play that game with them? On both sides. Why do you want to play that game with somebody? And folks can like really change their mind in the moment and it be legit. They may have had every intentions, to get slutted out.
Yeah.
And then just instantly be like, you know what? This ain't for me. I don't want to do this no more. And legit be like, I don't want to do this no more.
100%. And I've been there. I've been in those situations. I've been in a situation in that similar way where as soon as it started happening, she said no, because no, I don't want to know, because I don't want to keep disrespecting him like he disrespect me, and it was done right then and there. No penetration, no nothing. Soon as she realized that's not the person I am. That's not the person I am either.
Yeah.
Because I need full consent.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not about to press the issue. I'm like, no, we ain't about to do that. You need to go home.
Yeah. I mean, folks be in situations where totally down for it. And then maybe they sober up and be like, you know what? No.
Yeah. I mean, it happened. It's happened to me. And this is me humble bragging. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Because this ain't me bigging up myself. But at that point, I think once she got the rubbing and feeling on the man, she was like, oh, because I can't come home like this. She was like, no.
But yeah. But you know, getting back to the song aspect of it is Trey had some valid questions. Trey has some valid questions because if it is no, then stand on that shit. You know, you can't tell folks no and then turn around and your actions are saying yes. And that's where the confusion comes. You know, because like I said earlier, I don't think this was a situation where they were in a relationship. So it sounds like the girl came over, the girl, you know, wants to be in the bed with him, you know, laying naked and all this kind of stuff. And she's giving off the vibe that she wants to have sex, but she's verbally saying, I don't want to.
Yeah.
But he's on some, why the fuck are you here? Like, he's just being a little blunt with it. Why are you in my bed naked? Why are you kissing on me? Why are you tugging on me? But you don't want it. But low key, you're loving it. So
because what she thought, and again, this is just my opinion, because what she thought was, she can this at this, because that's what women do. They can decide in and out of what we gonna do. Maybe I just want to lay with you. Like, you'll be surprised, motherfuckers that just want to lay, you know what I'm saying, lay up under a nigga.
Yeah. And and dudes are the same way. You know, there's some dudes that that's what they want to do as well. But y'all got to be on the same type of time.
Yeah, you gotta be superior on or okay with that shit, and you gotta say that shit off the flip.
Yeah.
And then on another point, and I hate to sound like this, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with every person that is listening to this podcast right now. So I grew up with 10 sisters, so I will tell you this. Sometimes when you contact a man about a dog and you realize this nigga got a horse or an elephant, it changes your whole fucking element about what the fuck is going on right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I can just honestly say that on some, because never saying that, you know what I'm saying, I've been in that situation, but I have 10 sisters. I've heard conversations and had conversations when they was just like, nah, I don't know what the fuck he thought he was gonna do with that motherfucker, but he need to keep that motherfucker to himself.
You know, I've heard of people having that problem.
Yeah, I'm talking about, I got 10 sisters. I've heard some shit. I'm like, man, don't nobody want to hear that shit.
Yeah. I've heard of people having that problem. People running away from folks that have that issue.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you have to understand, fellas. I'm not shooting you down. Kudos to you. Hand clap, bro. You special. But nigga, you come in that motherfucker with a Swiffer. Like, motherfuckers got to think about what's about to happen.
Like, do I really want to have kids? Like,
what are we talking about? Like, this nigga picking up dirt off the floor.
Right.
Like, the first thing you got to do is you got to do this shit.
Right.
Like,
all right, he got a wet jet.
You gotta put that. You gotta think about it, guys. You gotta think about it, my dude. Like,
right.
They didn't expect that.
Right.
They didn't expect that.
Wait a minute. Right. Mama didn't tell me
about to cheat on
like this.
It's like the nigga she about to cheat on is like 320 pounds. His dick ain't touching nothing. And your dick is about to touch her cerebral cortex.
Right. He about to be on your lungs. You wondering
why
your lungs getting punctured.
Tell you the truth. Again, Humble brag, but it's the honest to God truth. Once you, if you can be in a situation where you can see yourself, you know what you do? You try to put yourself all the way in there. Sometimes that's not something that they like. Hold on, nigga.
Right.
Hold on, nigga. That ain't what I asked for.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, I've heard of people having those issues and running away. Yeah, must be a problem.
Yeah.
It's an epidemic, I guess.
And so, nah, it ain't. It's a bunch of niggas that talk that shit, but these niggas ain't doing shit. That's why they women be like, boy, you need to shut up.
But I hear from the women's side that be like, hell no, he ain't touching me.
Yeah.
And what's his number again? No, I'm playing. But no, I've today I was having a conversation where the person was like,
I'm glad you worded that. I thought you were gonna be like, shit, because today
no,
nigga put up the bat signal, and I was like, fuck nah.
No, not me. I have not had that issue. But no, I had a conversation, and a friend of mine was telling me how she was like, yeah, no, I'd be damn.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So yeah.
Listen, this is too much. This is TMI, but I'm having sisters, man. You find some shit out that is so crazy. Like, I had one of my sisters. I'm not gonna mention her name, but when I say this, if she's listening, she's gonna bust out laughing. She said, it wasn't the size. Like, size was, you know what I'm saying? Size was big, it was big, like, but she was like, that wasn't the thing. It was the width of this goddamn. She was like, this nigga had like a fucking 1 liter pop can dick. Like, she was like, fuck nah. She was like, nah, she said, I thought I could probably like play with his pee hole. That's how big, that's how thick his shit was. She was like, nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that at all.
Ooh. 1 liter pop.
What?
Golly.
She said no. They like a fucking 1 liter pop can, and I died laughing. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that sounds like a medical issue. Cause golly. Like, I'm like, that's when you get to be. I'm like, where you putting that?
Exactly, and that's how she was. She was like, "Oh nah." She just immediately was like, "I think my period came down." You immediately blamed it on her period because you was
right.
Like,
nope. Get up out of there. Get up out of there. Hey, if you don't want to take it, shit, don't take it. That's when a no means no for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be a problem. I mean, that must be a hard problem to have. No pun intended, but
yeah, I mean, big point. Like, like again, like shit. I'm just saying, like, and I know what I'm saying. That shit that Trey was talking, like, maybe she was just like, wait a minute, like, if that nigga Trey came to the room, picking up fucking pennies.
Right.
Like, she might have been like, nah, this ain't what I thought it was gonna be.
Right. She was tugging on it and she probably changed her mind. Like, yeah, no. I'm okay. I want to leave here in one piece. I don't want to have to put my vagina in my purse.
Yeah, that happens. I'm just gonna keep it 100. As a person that experienced that, now I ain't got whatever. No, I like, nigga, my shit ain't scraping the floor. But I experienced that. I experienced a person saying, nah, oh, hold on. Nope. I can't go home like that.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
But you're messing with people that are attached.
That was and disclaimer, because that was years ago. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like superiorly years ago, and I really want to do that because I don't want nobody to think I'm no extra. And anybody on any social media that knows me, like, nah, they know, like, nah. At one point in my life, yeah, I was whoring out here,
Yeah.
and I ain't been whoring for 7 years, and that's the honest to God truth.
Yeah, and that's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah. So yeah, that was Trey's song. She loving it. It did not. It's a great song, but it did not age well at all. And it's so funny because I was just listening to that album a few weeks ago and was like, we need to bring back fucked up song because this is a fucked up song. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's basically said, "Hey, man, shut the fuck up and turn around."
Yeah. Or get the fuck out. One or two.
or leave. And you know what? As much as it cannot fly in this area or this year, yeah, I totally understand what he was on.
Yeah.
And on my point, I was literally like, I'm just gonna get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah. That's the best bet. Just go ahead and leave. Like if you are adamant you don't want this shit to go forward, then let's go ahead and end this now.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and get the fuck out the door.
Yeah. So he says that Lyft situation was a trip and I don't think she'll win. DJ Akademiks OMG should have taken the hint. Gone are the days of gaslighting. Yes. I totally agree with that statement.
Yep.
I don't think she's gonna win either. But I mean, it, like I said, it's gonna be a watch because I am definitely curious to see the outcome of that situation. I mean,
you cannot put a turkey in an air fryer.
Depends on how big the air fryer is.
Even if I don't give a fuck how big that shit is.
I have one big enough for a turkey.
Yeah, and you know how long you gonna cook that turkey?
I'm sure for a while.
Exactly. I got 45 minutes at best.
So yeah, I don't have any final thoughts. So Jerry's final thoughts, take it away.
All right. Jerry's final thoughts is this. If out of everything we've talked about, with the plane crash, with the Lyft ride, with Trey Songz, with DJ Akademiks, we thought 2024 was an awakening. 2025 is going to, with everything's going on, we're going to have to really speak up on what matters to us, because I believe the year of 2025 is going to show us exactly where people stand. And I really want everybody else to be aware of where you stand at, because I can guarantee you half of us are not going to be standing on the same thing. This is going to move and shake. Even though the powers that be are going to be there for 4 years, this is going to move and shake the next 20. And we should be aware of this. And you need to make your stand right now. All that on the fence shit, that ain't going to do nothing but have you backpedaling for the next 20 years. You need to stand on what you need to stand on. You need to do what you need to do. And you need to stay who you need to stay. Either humble or a full vigilante. But you need to stand on that, because that's the only way you're going to have a foot in this fucking race. And as always, take care of yourself and others.
Yes. So thank you for Jerry's final thought. And yeah, this is episode 147 of the Ish We Talk, and we will see you guys for episode 148. Bye.
Exactly.